You see how close the average today got on the trend? It's not my fault. Go out there and do your own shit. Stop coming to me again. Don't come close to me again. You see how the average there looks, right? You see that? Get early in the morning, try to beat me to it. Let you know. I'll be here at 7 in the morning every day. 7 in the morning every day. You got to wake up. You want to beat me to it? You better get early. I'll have two for the rest of my life. Once again, you see the average on the label, the 2.6, 3.4, they're pretty close apart. And that's all that matters when choosing a trend. You can have a signal, right? You can have a sell signal, but it gives you a pattern. It gives you a working pattern. Yesterday we had 15 minutes of green, 1 minute of red. Today we're having 3 and 3. And you could see it on the candle. You see how it is? It's like 4 green, 4 red. 3 green, 1 red. 1 green. I mean, look, you can see it right there. It's based on color. 4 green, 4 red. 3 green, 1, 2 red. 1 green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red. And that's basically how you start deciding what you're going to trade. With that alone, just the minutes, you're not going to count it at all times, but you'll be able to see it. And it's really close. It's basically less than a single point, less than a minute difference in terms of equal. So the trend is not really going anywhere. The trend is staying within it already dropped, but it's staying within a pattern that shouldn't be tradable. I mean, you could probably make money on it because the sell signal is there. I'm going to close this trade here. Come here following me and shit. It's not a game, baby. It's not a game. Don't crowd around me. Dirty ass motherfuckers. It's not a game, baby. They pricking your city. Be careful with needles, sir. There's AIDS in Philadelphia. There's 100,000 people infected with AIDS in Philadelphia. Be careful on the train. They pricking people on the train, and I know what they doing to people. It's either Narcan, it's either a game that they playing using needles to hit on people, to sting with people like if it was a game, and there's AIDS right there. So there's an AIDS epidemic in the city right now. As a doctor, watch yourself. Don't stay on the train at night. And stay away from hard drugs. Serious. It's not a game, baby. If there's 100,000 people in Philadelphia, how many people with AIDS you think are in this city? Yep, 100,000 in Philly. 100,000. That's a ginormous number. That's not a little bit. It's a huge number. It's in here. It's in the city now. They're not testing them, though. But there's AIDS out there. There's big AIDS out there. It's not a game. Anyway, so you got the minutes. I'm getting surrounded by the homeless population as always. They see me, and I'm like a magnet to these people, and it's not a game. I'm not one of them. But there's tension. The elderly man, white man, oh no, you connected to the both plugs, blah, blah, blah. That's the same reason why Midtown has only one plug per person. And if you need to work, you need to charge your phone and your computer, you can't in Midtown. You're going to have a security officer from NYPO, only one plug, like if we lived in that's why there's no plugs outside anywhere, because of the homeless people. Because the homeless people got nothing but a phone. Straight facts. I'm gonna take a loss on this trade. Let's see if we go down to this key level within the last 3 minutes and crank up the volume. It's not a game in this fucking city. My leg is this thick right now. What do you think? Why do you think? Because they pricking people with needles out here. Legs don't just get swollen. Lymphatic fluid doesn't just stop. They think it's a fucking game until we come back and we start shooting up the streets. And it becomes a real race war. It becomes Chicago. BD, GD, Bloods, Crips. It becomes a real battle. They think it's sweet. They think that they could kill somebody, that they could pop off the mouth without no retribution until there's guns involved. And then they start settling down. Then they say, no, I gotta get out of the street. I gotta get out of the street. I can't be out there. I can't be operating how I operate because the consequences of their behavior is in us already. They are already hurting us. They are already hurting us. The homeless population, the drug addicts, the drug addict population in this city is already influencing people that have nothing to do with the scene, with what they're doing. It's all about money. It's all about social inequality. So if they feel that they're socially unequal, that you have a bigger backpack, they have an expensive computer, they have new clothes, they act upon it. And how do they think they act? With an age-ridden needle. Come prick you with a needle. And they all colored. They're all black. They're not Hispanic. A minority Hispanic, majority black. Put needles in people, Narcan. It's not a game. They're catching AIDS. I guarantee it. There's at least more than 100,000 people with AIDS in the city right now. Fresh people. Interracial relationships. Homosexual relationships. All that shit's blown up already. Why? Because God's coming. We're back at it. It's the 80s again. We're back at it. They got back at it with that scene, with the hardcore drugs, the legalization, and it's just boom, explodes. There's consequences for every action they take in their life. Seems pretty red. Let's see if I get out at this key level. See if this pushes down, and I'll be able to break into profit. It's not a game. They think it's a fucking game. It's not a fucking game. They seek you out to do shit to you. They come out of their fucking way. They from the Bronx. They from Sugar Hill. They from wherever, and they come here to fuck with you. It's not a game. Doing good. Yeah, I'm doing a stream. Sorry. They come from wherever, stalking the money. They follow the money. And the consequences are starting to show on people neighboring the city. The consequences are starting to show neighboring the city. That's stalking. That I do what I want. That on the phone, you walk in, and this is B. This be them. You'd be in Times Square. They'd be like this, and they're not really talking to anyone on the phone. They just looking, and they be handing, gestures. Follow him, gestures. They don't even have to talk about it. They just move, and they're organized. It's real crime out here. It's not nice. It's not a game. They want some real tension out here. They on some real tension, on some real demon time. And it's all about your wealth. All because you got money. All because you got this. All because you got a big backpack. All because you got this. All because you got that. All because you're white. Because you're white. Because you're white. That's it. Because you're white. So they make decisions based on that psychological issue. They make assumptions, they internalize those assumptions, and they commit to the things that they do to other people. I can see someone sleeping on the train. Oh, I think he's on drugs. Let me hit him with Narcan. That's real ignorance. And it's drug-fueled ignorance. It's socioeconomic ignorance. It's identity politics mixed in there. And as a doctor, it's impossible. The best way I could do it is just leave the city. To stop these people from chasing you around, to stop the swollen leg, to stop food prices, to have cheaper food, I gotta vanish out the city. But I'm not gonna let them win, because if I leave the city, it means that they won, that they managed to get me psychologically involved enough to decide to go somewhere else, because that's what they want. That's how they feel they're supreme. That's how their supremacy starts coming into light. Let's just smear the person, call them a white supremacist, Call him this, call him that, use dirty needles on him, all drug fueled, all social, you know, inequality, all identity politics, all this and that, wealth, my wealth, my several phones, my this and that, motivating their behavior until you, and 100,000 people already left the city because of that. 100,000, 47% of them citing exactly how I explained it. 47% left because of the existing issue. Social safety, crime, social, personal safety concern. Why? Because they like to stalk now. They like to follow you. They like to do, it's not like before. It's not 1999. It's not 29. It's not 2019. It's not 2019. It's not the year 2012, 2010, 2011, where everyone was fine. And it all started thanks to weed. Weed made them crazy. The trains were empty. 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13. Empty. Nobody on the A train that night. Now the A train is full, 12 boxcars full of people through the entire night. Every boxcar full. The F train, the same thing. Every boxcar full. Where'd they come from? Atlanta. There's a huge population of people from Atlanta in Harlem. Where are they from? The South? Where'd they come from? How do they reproduce that quick to end up in the train? You know? Serious, not a game. That's a social concern. When you got a random black man with a phone on him, and he's supposed to be, with his own program time. He's supposed to be doing whatever he does every day, but he's focused on you. There's a problem. There's a big problem in that. It could be outside, it could be indoors. There's a huge problem with that. Why? Because they got nothing else to do but be in your business. Track you. What you doing, where you going? Oh, he's going to Target. Then inside the supermarket, the same behaviors remain. Employees who are into that are also into, oh, what he bought. Oh, he got 2 beers. He got chicken cutlet. He be eating up all the chicken. Blah, blah, blah. Things that I've already experienced. I'm only giving you the case study in New York City. Observation by observation by observation. What is happening to these people and why are these people behaving the way they are? Observation by observation. These people did not do that before at all. They're into us. We are their targets throughout the day. And that, not people like me who grew up in the slum. Certain type of people don't like that, and they cite safety concerns and disappear from the city. So nearly 250,000 people disappeared from the city because they're a little bit too interested on their life. They're a little bit too interested in what they buy. They're a little bit too interested in them, and they could tell because we're not dumb. We're sentient beings. We have 360-degree who is behind us and in front of us at all times. We could tell who's following. What's the sense based on senses? They don't have to say anything for you to know the ways that they communicate. It could be a gesture. It could be a move. On the phone with no communication, acting like if they're not lookouts or guards. It's all on point. These people are doing this to you in the city, on the train, at Times Square. They're deciding if you live in the city, if you have a home, 1 or 2. You see what I mean? They're picking out their targets. If you have a home, if you have a lot of money, if you're a tourist, if you have an iPhone in a pocket that's not supposed to be at, you're a target. No, I don't do that. You think I'm out there on the street following someone? I don't follow people. But they're doing this by the time you cross the East Highway. Before you cross the East Highway, there's already the loitering, the acting like if they're not doing anything throughout the day. And they immediately hot on the trail, someone else. Right behind them. Straight ahead. Why? Because we are their targets. Could be economic motivated, racially motivated, drug influence. It could be whatever. And this is what's happening in the city. This is not a game. This is what's driving some people to leave. To leave, man, out of here. They get on the train, go to Grand Central, get moving, and get out of here. It's not a game. It's time and time again. I'm going to target my property. I target the other people. They see it. They want to sit close. Real close. A little bit too close for comfort. And it's all to eavesdrop, to listen, to influence other people to do things. It's not right. It's not right. What they're doing is not right. You can tell they're involved in something. The other day, not kidding, headed to Target, right? There's a boy in rags with a phone in his hand. I'm walking to Target. I'm walking with all my things. Da, 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 da. I walk past him right behind me. Turns around and wants to, that bag less than 1.5 feet at touch distance from the bag behind me. Now spit really hard and he stopped. Once I spit with violent motion, he turned around because he noticed. I noticed. I'm not dumb. I wasn't born yesterday. I am at alert. My nerves are on end at all times. I feel 360. What are they doing? Who is nonchalantly playing the machine on another schedule, on another program? We are their targets. They're on corners. They're loitering. They're looking for people. They're following people. They're talking stuff. All they're looking is to, no program time. What's a program time? When you wake up in the morning, you have coffee, and you get to make money for the rest of your life. That's real program time. That's solid. Solid. If you're young, program time, get educated, find a hustle, find a sport. If you still got time, go skateboard, go play basketball, go swim, go do something productive. Or what do they have in their mind when they wake up? You in their mind throughout the day. They got nothing else to do. They're not programming, right? I woke up in the morning and I went to play basketball for no reason whatsoever. For years. 4 years. Then took 10 years out of my life since I was 13 and surfed for 7 years straight. I was always on the move. That's program time. I know how to program. I wasn't home, but what was I? At the beach, in the water, in the ocean. I skateboarded for 6 years straight, every day. Programmed myself to skate, to get shoes, to get hardware, to spend the little money that I had to continue pursuing something. What are they doing now? They're pursuing to get high and fixate you as the object. Nothing else. They get high and then follow someone around on the street. Follow someone around on the street. Follow someone indoors. It's not a game. This is what they're doing. Follow someone in the subway train. When they see their target, change boxcars at the platform. Enter in the same boxcar, or if they're trying to not be seen, in the other boxcar. I catch them, and then looking. You see there, the backpack, the property. This is what attracts them. Cell phones, this. It's all of this that attracts them. The material wealth. Not funny. This is what they do. So let's get busy. I think I'm gonna keep the sell trade for now. Lower high pattern is there. Let me go again. I'll leave it here. See if I take a loss today. I gotta get busy. Can't waste already 10:15. It's time to work. I'll see you guys later in the afternoon or maybe tomorrow morning stream again. Peace. Another beautiful stream, baby. It's real. Consequences of the city. They're driving people away. People like me. a little bit on edge all the time, so I'm arisco. You know what arisco is? Skitty, like a cat that doesn't want to be touched and done things, but they're doing things out here. I pay attention. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm 40 years old. I'm 40. I'm not 15 or 12 or naive, or nice, think that everyone is nice. Nah, they're not nice here anymore. They pose a threat. They pose economic threat. They pose physical illness, ailment, even immunocompromise, immunocompromise. They pose that threat to you. They're really looking to do things to you out here. And it's all over property, over race, over identity politics, over social economic concerns. They're into doing that here. And nobody's telling them stop. Nobody's telling them, oh, you're gonna get arrested. They're stealing. They're doing whatever they want here. It's like Gotham City.